Let's talk about the meet cute in a romance novel. So I have 3 lists for you today. I have 3 things that every meet cute should have in common, the 3 types of meet cute situations, and 3 ways to make your meet cute the best it can be. Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, bestselling author of the Cinderella and Her 7 Guards series, and on this channel we talk all about romance writing, specifically for newbie and aspiring romance authors. So if this sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I post new videos every Monday. Now today we're talking about 3 different lists around the meet cute, but let's back up a little and define what that is. It is simply the first time that your love interests, your hero and heroine, meet in your story. Now, it is going to be 3 different things. It's going to be cute, just like it sounds. It's going to be adorable, and it's going to be very entertaining, where you can't wait to tell your friends about it. I'm talking about your heroine, and it sounds just adorable. So the whole point of the meet cute, just like it sounds, is that it's a cute meeting that sets up the conflict for the rest of the story. So for example, maybe they hate each other when they meet each other, and they find out that they have to be put together and work very closely together, or maybe they really like each other, but they're both on their way to a lawsuit and they're both on opposite sides of the table, either as lawyers or the plaintiff and the defendant. So either way, it should set up some sort of conflict for how your 2 characters are going to interact for the rest of the story, which brings us to our next list of the 3 common types of meet cutes. The first one is when one person likes the other person way more than the other love interest. So maybe the guy sees the woman, he's completely smitten even though she's on a date with somebody else, and swoops in. Or it's like the Ariana Grande song where the woman really likes the guy and it's the break up with your girlfriend song. So either way, one person is in pursuit of the other, but they at least kind of find the other person entertaining or cute in some way, so it's not a total stalkerish situation. The second one is the example I used before, where they actually just hate each other. Or the third one is also the other example I used, where they really like each other, but external circumstances are keeping them apart. Classic example is Romeo and Juliet, although that was not a love story because it ended in tragedy. But it started out as a love story in that they really liked each other, but because their family, one was rich, one was poor, which is a common trope in romance, they were not able to stay together. Now, the 3 ways that you can make your meet cute better than all of the others is try to make it unique. So the tried and true meet cutes that everyone is sick of reading about is when 2 people come around a corner. I'm talking figuratively, it could be anywhere, or maybe one person's on their cell phone and not paying attention, they're holding a coffee, and they literally bump into each other, and one person spills coffee on the other or ruins that person's day by, I don't know, getting their papers tossed in the air, and there's a big windstorm and everything flies away. So those are big cliches that you kind of want to stay away from. So try to be unique and think of something different. So for example, in the movie The Wedding Planner, she gets saved because her foot is stuck in a grate and he saves her from the rolling, I think it was a dumpster truck. So that is a unique meet cute. The other thing that you can do is set up your conflict for later. So sometimes a meet cute is just a meet cute, but make sure it's always in opposition to the rest of the story. The third way is to make sure that the 2 worlds are colliding, and those 2 worlds are very different. So in a romance, usually you get to see the hero in their everyday setting, and you get to see the heroine in their everyday setting. And never the 2 shall ever meet, but there is some inciting incident, and usually that's right at the meet cute that brings them together, and those 2 worlds come colliding together, and this is the basis for the rest of the story. So I hope that helps you to think through some good meet cutes, but let's just recap that list really quick. First, we defined what a meet cute is, which is when your 2 love interests meet for the first time. It should be entertaining, adorable, amusing, cute. And the third list is the 3 common types of meet cutes, where one is pursuing the other one who isn't that interested. The second one is where they hate each other. And the third one is where they really like each other, but something else is going to keep them apart. The 3 things that you can do to help your meet cute stand out from everybody else is, 1, to try to be unique and not use some of the cliched meet cutes that you see out there. The second one is to set up the conflict for later. So whatever that meet cute is, make sure it directly relates to the GMC of your characters and specifically in the conflict. The third way is to make sure those 2 worlds are colliding and clashing in a big, huge way. So maybe, the classic example is rich versus poor. The other one is a police officer and a criminal, right? So it's opposites attract. If you have a firefighter, you should also have an arsonist, right? So something where it is obvious that these 2 would never have ever run into each other before the meet cute. All right, so if that does not give you enough ideas for a meet cute, I think a really good example is just to get out a notebook. I know this sounds really simple, but start keeping track of every story. Even stories that are not romance novels usually have some sort of B story where there is a romance love interest or romance, part to it, and write down how the 2 characters meet and how it affected the conflict for later. So just keep track of all of those and make notes too. I really like this. I thought that was cute. I didn't like this so much. It really didn't add any value to the story. But for the most part, you're going to find, especially in movies, that they do a very excellent job. It's very excellent, even grammatically correct. They do a very good job of setting up an interesting and unique meet cute. And if you are interested in writing a romance, remember to take my free course, How to Plot Your First Romance. It's a free 5-day course and it comes with a nifty, handy dandy workbook. So make sure to sign up below and I will see you guys next week. Bye.